Hi, boys and girls. It's Miss Bonnie again. You're one of your leaders from Worship Quest at Ottawa Baptist Church. And today we're going to review our notes and our rest. Now, I know I said that we'd play with patterns, note and rest patterns this week, but I think we need to look at everything again and make sure we know which ones are which. Because if you don't know which one it is, might have a hard time counting out patterns, okay? Beat patterns or counting out beats. All right, so we're just going to review real quick, and then I have some worksheets that you can download and practice recognizing what your notes and rests look like, okay? So now, what's our first note? Our first note is a whole note. Remember, it's a whole note. Looks like a circle, has a hole in it, so it's a whole note. And that takes up a whole measure. All right, what's our next note? Do you remember? It has an open face, just like the whole note, but it has a stem. This is a half note. Half note. It takes two half notes to make a whole note. Okay, so a half note has an open face and a stem. What's our next note? It's a quarter note. Now our quarter note, it has a closed face. See, it's colored in. It's a closed face and a stem. Now it takes 4 quarter notes to make one whole note. Okay, so it's quarter note, colored in or closed face and a stem. And what's our other note? It's an eighth note. Eighth note. Okay, now it has the colored face, it has the closed face. See, it's colored in, has a closed face, it has a stem, and it has one flag. This is our eighth note, and it takes 8 of these to make one whole note. And we count these a little different. We count these with an and because there has to be 2 of them in one beat. So it's 1 and, or it could be 3 and, all right? But we use an and to help all of them fit in, okay? So, eighth note, quarter note, half note, and our whole note. All right, now those are our notes. That's our note family that we're learning about. Now we also, just last time, we started learning about our rest family. Now remember, a rest is silence. A rest is silence in music, okay? So if you're singing along and then you stop for a couple beats, that's a rest in music. It's silence. So first one we have is a whole rest. Now you can remember it's a whole rest because it's on the bottom of the line, or it looks like a upside down hat. Okay, and you could put the whole thing in it. Okay, so our whole note looks like an upside down hat, or it's on the bottom of the line. All right, that's our whole rest, and that takes up the whole measure. All right, now let's see. We have our half rest. Now remember, our half rest looks like a hat. Okay, it's on the top of the line, and nothing can fit in it, can stay in it. Okay, so it's a half rest, a half rest, and it takes 2 half rests to make one whole rest. All right, just like a half note takes 2 half notes to make a whole note, it takes 2 half rests to make a whole rest. Okay, so this is our half rest. Now remember, they could be a little confusing because one's right side up and one's upside down. Our whole rest looks like an upside down hat. It's on the bottom of the line. All right, our half rest looks like hat. It's on the top side of the line. All right, so whole rest, half rest. All right, then we have the really crazy looking one that's called a quarter rest. See, it goes zigzag, zig, zoop, zigzag, zig, curve. Right? That's a quarter rest. So anytime you see this funny looking one, it's a quarter rest, and it gets 1 beat. So there are 4 quarter rests in a whole rest. Okay, 4 quarter rests in a whole rest. And it gets one beat of silence, one beat of silence on our quarter rest. Okay, and our last rest is an 8th rest. It has one flag and the stem. See, there's no note at the bottom. Nope, because if you had a note, it would have to sound, and then it wouldn't be a rest, because rests are what? Rests are silent. That's right. So this is our 8th rest. Let's look at them again. 8th rest, okay. Quarter rest. Good job. You remember this one? It looks like the hat. It's on the top of the line. It's a half rest. That's right, a half rest. What's the other one that looks like an upside down hat? It's on the bottom of the line. It's our whole rest. Okay, so we have whole rest, half rest, quarter rest, and our 8th rest. Good. Now, what we could do is mix these up a little and see if we can figure out what they are as Miss Bonnie puts them up, okay? So, what is that? That's right, it's a whole note. It's a whole note. Good job. All right, let's see what's next. What is that? It's a half note. Half note. Make sure you remember it. That's what a half note looks like. What's next? It's a whole rest. Remember? It's on the bottom of the line. It looks like an upside down hat. It's a whole rest. Whole rest. Takes up the whole measure. Whole rest. Let's see what's next. What is that? Do you remember? It's our 8th rest. It's a rest. 8th rest. It has one flag. It has a flag and the stem, but no note. Okay? One flag. 8th rest. Good job. What's next? A quarter note. That's our quarter note. That's right. And let's see. What's that? That's our half rest. Half rest. Remember, it looks like the hat. It's on top of the line. It's our half rest. What's next? What is that one? The funny looking one. It's a quarter rest. That's right, a quarter rest. Good job. And what's our last one? What is that? It's our 8th note. 8th note. Good job. Good job remembering all of those. Now, Miss Bonnie has some coloring papers that will help you just kind of remember what our notes and our rest look like. I have one here that's a fish, and it has, let's see, there's a quarter note, half note, and whole note. So this one is just notes, all right? And it's going to be, you're going to be able to download it, all right? And color it, all right? Then I have one that's just rests, all right? This one is just rest. It has quarter rest and 8th rest, half rest, and a whole rest. So find out, okay, if you can't read what color it is, just have somebody help you, okay? And figure out which one is which, and then color your picture according to the colors of the rests, okay? Then we've got some others that are rests and notes combined, all right? Now this one has rests and notes. Now there's something a little different about this one, because I don't know if you can see, but right here, those are tied 8th notes. Now we haven't learned that, but just like, see, here's the two 8th notes. See, it's got one flag, 2 8th notes. Well, that's what this is. It's 2 8th notes, but they're tied together with that bar. It's a tied 8th notes, okay? So, 8th notes. Anytime that's an 8th note, it could look like this with the tie, or it could look like this with the flag, okay? So these are notes and rests. Let's see. This one has notes and rests also, okay? This one has notes and rests, all right? So just remember, look at the color. Look at what color it is, all right? Like this one said, half notes are supposed to be blue and half rests are supposed to be green. So remember, we have notes and rests. Here's another one that's both notes and rests. What does that look like? A couple of fish. Yep. So just remember, look for your notes and your rests and color them according to what it says to, okay? And here's one last one that's a combination of rests and notes. There's some flowers. They look kind of like sunflowers, right? But notes and rests, okay? So those will be available for you to download so that you can color them and practice recognizing your notes and your rests. And next time, just to make sure that you know your notes and your rests, next time we'll work on beat patterns, okay? And clapping note patterns, okay? Miss you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.